YouTube, welcome to my channel, and Bella, and today I am doing a play review. I'm going to be reviewing the play Nye. Nye was the National Theatre's 100th broadcast to cinemas up and down the whole country, from Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, England. It was just broadcast everywhere from the National Theatre in London. It was the 100th broadcast. Nye is a really important play after coming out of the COVID pandemic, because Nye is actually about the health minister who brought in and developed the NHS. Nye Bevan, the Bevan Report, is incredibly famous within the UK. As British people or citizens of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, we get very sentimental when it comes to the NHS, which promises free healthcare at the point of use. Yes, you do have subscription charges, but to go and see a doctor, that is free at the point of use. And I know there are issues of actually being able to see a doctor. I fully understand that there are waiting time problems. But back to the play Nye. Nye Bevan is played by Martin Sheen, who obviously, Nye Bevan is a Welshman, so there will be singing. There was singing and there was dancing. The use of colour was really well done in this play. Nye Bevan wore red pyjamas throughout because it actually started when he went into one of his own hospitals because of his heart condition. He did die from his heart condition. That does not mean that the NHS didn't work. In fact, he was rather thrilled that he got to be a patient because he got to see it in action rather than see people standing about shaking his hand. Nye, the play, starts with him going into hospital. They haven't told him how serious it is, and then you start to see, as his treatment gets worse, he starts to go back into his childhood. We spend the first act of the play dealing with his childhood and how he overcame a stammer, very similar to the Conservative MP who went on to become Prime Minister, Winston Churchill. For those of you that don't know, Nye Bevan was a Labour MP. Winston Churchill was a Conservative MP, and they were both serving during World War II. In fact, Nye was one of Churchill's strongest critics because he felt that the war was being badly planned and it was being done on the hoof. And at one point Churchill has to go to him and say, well, you need to compromise, you need to get on board with me so that we can get the Americans into the war with us, so that we can defeat Hitler and fascism. So Nye did vote to support the Prime Minister, which shocked everybody because at the time he was literally slating him, and he was being slated in the press by being unpatriotic, but actually he was criticising how the war was being conducted, which is the job of an MP, to criticise the government. It's one of the unique features of the UK parliamentary system. Anyway, the use of colour was really strong. Dance was really well done. And I'm loving the fact that during a school scene they had the teacher up on stilts because they had adults rather than children on the stage. So that was really great to see. The play was 2 hours and 40 minutes long with a 20-minute interval. I really enjoyed it, and out of 5 I'd definitely give it 5. If you can get a copy of the play, do read it. It's a really important piece of current and past British history, current conversation regarding the NHS. I love the fact that they use screens. So when Nye Bevan went to speak to the Association of Surgeons and Doctors, they were up on screens above him and he was looking up at them to try and get them to agree. You will have a salary, you will work in NHS hospitals, and you will be able to, if you're at consultant level, have private patients as well. This is what confuses some people. In the UK, we do have doctors that have to work for the NHS, but they also can do private patients as well, which confuses a lot of people. In the UK, we do have private hospitals. You're far more likely to go to them if you need a hip replacement or a knee replacement, which is supposed to be a quick and simple operation. Private hospitals in the UK do not have ICUs, that's critical intensive care units. Only NHS hospitals do. That's by the by. We're supposed to be talking about Nye. This play summed up his whole life, from his childhood to the importance of his father and how his father had black lung from being a miner, and the coalface was mentioned because obviously he's Welsh and there are Welsh coal pits, so that had to come into it. There was no way not, hence the 5 out of 5 rating. This is a really important play, very topical, very current, very much like The Enemy of the People, which Matt Smith played the doctor in that. I know, him and doctors, going to be the 16th Doctor in Doctor Who. Yes, Doctor Who is starting again, but that's not what we're talking about, this time with the 15th Doctor, Shooter Gatwa. Moving swiftly on from that. 5 out of 5. This play was awesome. I really enjoyed it, and I really loved Michael Sheen's performance, and in fact the whole cast was very supportive, and it really was a love letter to the founding of the NHS, to the fact that there are certain things that you have to do, not only as an MP but as a minister, in the national interest. Anyway, I have talked enough. 5 out of 5 from me. Please like, comment and subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell for my latest video. Thank you so much for the support, and